am 82 years old. I never thought I'd say this out loud, but I regret 41 years of my life. Not because of anything I did, exactly, but because of what I didn't hear when it mattered most. My wife, she said something to me on her last day. Something so simple, I didn't even notice it at first. And now, all I do is think about that sentence. I grew up in a small town. Not much money, not much else, really. My father worked long hours. My mother kept the house, cooked, cleaned, made sure we were all presentable. I learned early on to keep my mouth shut, to do my work, and to wait my turn. I wasn't a bad kid, just quiet, observant. I watched the way my father moved through the day, his hands rough from work, his eyes tired, and I learned to move quietly myself. I met her when I was 21. She was quiet too, steady, and something about her drew me in. I remember thinking she was beautiful in a simple way, not flashy or loud, just calm. I thought I loved her because I agreed to marry her quickly, and maybe I did, in some way. But looking back now, I think I loved the idea of being married more than I loved her. I wanted a life that looked like everyone else's, with kids and a house and routines, and she fit into that. We had 2 kids. Life got busy fast. I worked a lot, not to show off or anything, just to keep things moving. Bills, repairs, groceries, small fights over small things. The days blurred together, and somewhere in all that, I developed a habit. A habit that I didn't notice until it was too late. I would listen to her, but not really hear her. I would nod, smile, sometimes answer, but I didn't pay attention to the undercurrent of what she was feeling. I thought I was doing fine. I thought life was just this routine, and that love was in the doing, not in the listening. The habit crept in slowly, tiny ways at first. I would leave the room when she wanted to talk. Sometimes I would say, "Later, I'm busy," or "We're tired, let's talk tomorrow," or "It's nothing, don't worry about it." She would sigh quietly, maybe follow me with her eyes, and I'd think nothing of it. I thought the sighs were just her being fussy or tired like me. I didn't realize how much those small moments stacked up, how every little dismissal added a tiny crack to the life we were building together. I remember evenings when the house would be quiet, even when people were talking. The children would be in their rooms, the radio humming softly, and I would sit in my chair thinking about work or bills. I would see her sitting across the room, her hands folded, her eyes looking somewhere far away, and I would convince myself that she was fine. She always seemed fine. That's what I told myself. Over the years, I missed more than I noticed. I missed the way she would pause before saying something, the way she would hold her hand on the counter while she waited for me to look up. I missed the little jokes she would try to make in the morning when I was groggy. I didn't see the quiet moments where she was asking me to be present. I thought I was present, but I wasn't. We didn't fight much, not loudly anyway. She didn't shout, I didn't shout, but the absence of words isn't the same as closeness. The house felt fuller when the children were young, of course, but once they grew and moved away, the quiet became heavier. And still, I didn't connect the dots. I thought silence was just life, that it was normal. I didn't realize it was something I had created by not listening. Her final sentence, I remember it clearly because it was almost whispered. She said, "I wish you had listened more than you talked." That's it. Nothing dramatic, no anger, just that. And I remember sitting there, holding her hand, feeling a chill, because suddenly I could see every missed moment, every ignored sigh, every small plea for attention that I brushed aside. It didn't hit me all at once. It wasn't a flash of lightning. It was quiet, slow, like the way a room cools after the heat has been left on all day. I looked around the room, our living room, the one we had lived in for decades. The chairs, the books, the curtains, the way the light hit the rug in the afternoon, everything was exactly how it had been for years, but now it felt hollow. I thought about the times she wanted to tell me about her day or about a thought she had, and I'd waved her off. "I'm busy," I said, or "not now." And I believed somehow that these moments were replaceable, that I could always make up for it later. But the truth is, you can't. You can't go back. And the weight of that truth is heavy when you're sitting alone with it. I see the stacks of unread letters, the books she wanted me to read with her, the old photographs gathering dust. Every small thing is a reminder of what was there and what I ignored. And even now, I hear her voice quietly, not in anger, but just truth. A simple sentence that I didn't take seriously until it was too late. I think about my own habits, how I carried them into every relationship after that. I listened with my ears, but not with my attention. I spoke, but rarely paused to hear the spaces between words. I thought life was about action, not about noticing the small things that make someone feel heard. The regret doesn't roar. It doesn't hit me like a wave. It's quiet. It sits in the corners of the house, in the spaces where I should have been present but wasn't. It sits in the empty chair across from me, the one she used to sit in, the one where her hand would rest on the armrest waiting for me to notice. And yet, there is clarity in this regret, a simple, uncomfortable truth. I can see it now, in ways I couldn't see before. I can hear the moments I ignored, and they speak louder than any words I ever said. They tell me that listening isn't just hearing, it's noticing, being present, being fully there for someone every single day. The truth hit slowly, but once it did, it didn't let go. I remember sitting there in the living room holding her hand and just noticing everything. The way her skin felt soft and warm, but fragile. The faint smell of the tea she always drank in the afternoon. The sunlight falling on the carpet the same way it always had. I looked at all of it and realized I had spent so many years not really seeing her, not really listening. It wasn't a sudden, dramatic moment. There was no fight, no accident, no big revelation, just a quiet, unavoidable clarity. I understood in a way I hadn't before. I understood that love isn't just about being there physically, about paying the bills, about showing up. It's about noticing the little things that someone else notices about you, the things they care about, the small words they speak in hopes you'll hear them. And I hadn't. I think about all the times I could have paused. Times when she would start telling me about her day or about a worry, and I would answer before she finished. Times I would make a joke when she wanted comfort. Times I would walk away to do a chore instead of sitting down with her. I see it all clearly now. And it's painful because these weren't huge moments, not by anyone else's standards. They were ordinary. And ordinary moments are what life is made of. They're the only moments we ever get. The consequences, They were quiet, too. They didn't explode into dramatic loss. They crept in day by day. I missed her laughter some days. I missed her sighs and her small complaints. I missed her pointing out things she thought I would notice. The little things that were her way of sharing herself with me. I missed her presence in ways I didn't understand until it was gone. Our children noticed it too. I could see it in their eyes when they visited. They tried to bridge the gap, to get me to open up, to talk about her. But how do you explain that you were there the whole time and yet absent? That you were present in body but not in mind? I tried to tell them I loved her, but words didn't make up for decades of quiet, of missing her cues, of failing to see her fully. Some nights, I sit in her chair. It's exactly the same as it was when she was alive. I fold my hands, look around the room, and remember her there. I remember the moment she tried to speak and I didn't listen. I remember the gentle way she would look at me when I did notice something small. And I realized that life doesn't always give you a chance to say, "I'm listening now." The chance is only there in the present, and if you miss it, it doesn't come back. I won't say you can fix this after it's gone. I won't say you can undo the years. You can't. But I can tell you this. If someone speaks to you, really speaks, pause. Stop thinking about what you'll say next or what else you have to do. Just hear them, even if it's small, even if it's ordinary. These are the moments that matter. These are the moments life is made of. I try now to be present in the little things I still have. I call my children without reason just to talk. I sit and listen to the neighbor tell me about her garden or her cat. I notice the way the sunlight hits the floor in the morning. It's not much. It's not life-changing, but it's something. It's a way of being fully here, even when I can't change the past. I think about my wife often, not with anger, not with bitterness, just with clarity. I think about the life we had together and what it could have been if I had truly listened. If I had noticed the small moments, the little sentences she whispered, the things she hoped I would see. I think about it, and I try to carry that with me now. Life doesn't give warnings. It doesn't pause. It just keeps going day after day. And the truth is simple. If you don't listen, even the people you love most can slip away quietly. You may still be there in body, but not in the way that matters. And when it's gone, you realize too late how much the small things mattered. So, I try to speak gently, listen carefully, and notice the small details of life. I try to let people feel seen because I know now how fleeting the chance is. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right all the time. You just have to be present, truly present. That's all anyone really wants. I am 82, and I carry the weight of 41 years quietly with me. I don't hate myself. I don't try to fix what's gone. I just remember, and I notice, and I listen. I sit in the quiet, and I let it teach me slowly every day. And in that quiet, I finally understand. Not in a dramatic way, not in a way that changes the past, just quietly, gently, fully. Life is here. It is ordinary, and it is gone faster than we ever imagined.